Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of PyRevolution. So on this PyQt4 tutorial, we're going to cover plotting on GUIs. A lot of my viewers on PyRevolution are engineers and statisticians, and they really want me to do some tutorials on plotting and tables. So I'll cover tables in the next tutorial. So for plotting, I'm going to be using matplotlib. And if you don't know what's matplotlib, it's basically the Python plotting library. I have an entire extensive tutorial on that as well. Over here, I'll just go over super quick. So here are my libraries. So I'm importing a Qt GUI, and from matplotlib.pyplot, I'm importing PLT. That's my plotting. And for supporting matplotlib on PyQt4, it actually has a backend. So backend is basically codes that helps you run certain codes in the background, kind of like front end and backend for websites. And PyQt4 actually has a special backend called backend Qt4agg. So from that, we are importing the figure canvas Qt agg and navigation toolbar Qt agg as figure canvas and navigation toolbar. And I'm going to show exactly what they are. So here's my really nice code. Before going through the code, I'm going to run the GUI so you can take a look. And ooh, there seems to be an issue here. PLT not defined. Oops, I forgot to import my libraries. So I import my libraries, and here's my plotting. And oh, the plotting seems to be not working. Let me fix this super quick. Force quit. So problem with backends is that it doesn't run too nicely on kernels. So I'll just restart the kernel. If you're running this on a regular Python script, this is going to be a lot easier. And here you go. You have your Qt GUI plotting, and I have this thing called a canvas, this gray area. A canvas is basically the area on your GUI where you can draw plots. And I have two buttons. So plot 1, this gives me a quadratic plot, and plot 2 gives me a square root plot. So these two buttons are attached to functions that actually plot onto this canvas. And on top over here is my navigation bar. So navigation bar allows me to go through multiple subplots. It can help. So if this one allows me to move my plot around, the home button readjusts it. And I forgot what the other ones do. And the save button is just for me to save my image as a PNG file somewhere on my computer. So moving on. Oh, and you can also see the coordinates, like the pan and zoom. And oh, I just remembered this is to zoom in on my plots. So as you can see, this is a really useful tool, the navigation toolbar. Now that you saw the plotting GUI, I'll go over the code. So first off is very straightforward. If you paid attention to my layout tutorial, I used a grid layout over here. And on my grid, I just put in the coordinate of the canvas, the toolbar, and the two buttons. And over here, I centered the window using a code I found online. And here's the code at the bottom. You can look into it more if you download this Python script, which is on the link on the description section. So I have the two buttons, and each of them has a plot 1, plot 2. And this area is the interesting bit. I have self.figure for the matplotlib figure and the size. I put my empty figure inside the canvas. So since the figure is empty, you see the canvas is a gray box. You don't see anything at all. Then you have your navigation toolbar, so self.toolbar, and you put in the canvas on the location 1, 0, your toolbar on 0, 0, and I want the size to be 1 row by 2 columns. So let's look at each of the plot. They're exactly the same thing, only they plot different plots. First off, we use plt.cla, which clears out our plot from the canvas. Axes to make the axis handle onto our figure. Then x is our domain. Y is our x square, while for plot 2, y is our square root of x. So axis.plot, xy, we make it a blue plot, and for plot 2 is a red plot, our title, and then we draw our figure onto the canvas. So canvas.draw. And that's basically it. We can look at the plot again. So here you go, plot 1, our quadratic plot. This is the canvas, and this is the figure on our canvas with all the title and the plot and everything. Plot 2, it clears our first plot and makes our second plot. So that's it for the tutorial. I will come back on our next tutorial with making tables. Oh, and please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.